Hello again, Gills fans, and welcome back to another match preview with myself and Boz. A little bit to talk about this week. Apologies, I didn't do a Monday review this week. I had other things going on, unfortunately, so it was missed. FA Cup draw was done on Monday evening. We all know who we've got now.
Sean Clare was happy, wasn't he?
Yeah, he did tweet and laugh, so unfortunately he's not going to be able to play, which is a real shame, isn't it, I think. But obviously we've got to beat Carlisle Tuesday night first, but we all got a bit excited, didn't we, with them last four that were left? It was us and Carlisle, Norwich City, Sheffield Wednesday, and obviously Chelsea. And we missed them by one.
Didn't I only say last week in the preview about the Man United one, a couple of seasons back, where we were left with the last four Man United leads?
Yes, you did,
Accrington or Barnet, and we lost to Accrington.
Of course, we got Accrington or Barnet and then nosed it up. But you might have seen my tweet as well. I was actually driving at the time of the
I did see
draw.
it. Yeah.
And for a good 20 seconds thought we got Liverpool at Anfield because I misheard 16 for 16, so never mind. But yeah, it's a decent... It's not a bad draw.
No, if it was away, I think fans would be buzzing for it. Obviously, we've got to get there first, as you just said. But
Of course, yeah.
again, it's the way we're playing at home at the moment.
Yeah.
You know, you'd fancy it more probably if we were away, to be honest.
But then the only thing you'd say is that it's a cup game and it's a one-off,
Oh, it's
so
a one-off,
we'd
yeah.
probably raise our game. We'd at least hope so. But in terms of revenue, we should pack it out, shouldn't we?
You
Or
think
at
so?
least
There's a bit of
8,000.
history, isn't there? We had a famous game against them before in the cup.
We've played them twice in the last 22 years. I've been to both of them. The first one was 95 and we lost 2-1 and Chris Waddle scored for them. And Mark Bright, I think, got the second. I think they had their keeper sent off after about 10 minutes, but they were still good enough to beat us. It was Kevin Pressman, but he was only the backup keeper then. But they'd rested Chris Woods, and then Pressman got sent off for a professional foul, I think, and a lad called Lance Key. Don't hold me to that. Don't say that as gospel, Gills fans, but I will Google it afterwards. If I've pulled that out from somewhere, then I need to get a life. But yeah, and then Chris Pike scored a penalty for us, who I found out the other day apparently is related to Gareth Bale. Apparently he's like his uncle. So maybe if we can track down Chris Pike, he could have a word with his nephew and we could do an interview. Nah, it's not going to happen.
So
but yeah, we lost 2-1.
A loan signing for the last 6 months of the season, yeah?
Well, he's always injured, isn't he? So it'd be like another Scott Wagster. But obviously the more famous one is that day when Trigger launched his howitzer into the top corner in front of the Raynham end.
Told us about that, didn't you, when I met him?
Yeah, had a really good chat with him a couple of years ago. But we beat some good sides that year, didn't we? I think we saw off Walsall and Bradford in previous rounds. That was the year of the lucky loser, wasn't it? Darlington, who we beat in the first round. Because United were playing in that World Club Championship or some nonsense.
That went well for them, didn't it?
Yeah.
I think they won one game at the end.
They get knocked out in the group stage and David Beckham got sent off against some Mexican nonsense, didn't he? But yeah, obviously Sheffield Wednesday now and us is synonymous with Nicky Southall's volley. Barry Ashby and Guy Butters collapsed on the halfway line in some sort of premeditated celebration. Because didn't John Watson relate to it in the commentary? He's like, there's players flat out on the pitch and he didn't know what was going on, bless him, he was up in the temporary main stand, weren't we? Because we were still building the Medway stand then. And then obviously we went to Chelsea and got thumped. But yeah, so it's a decent enough incentive. Like you say, I think it'd have been nice if it had been away. We'd have taken loads up there, but is what it is. In terms of ex-Gills players, Cody McDonald and Deji Osalaja are lucky enough to go to Tottenham again for the second time in a year. Obviously a bit Wembley this time. Do yourselves a bit more justice this time, boys, for Christ's sake, because we let them have it, didn't we? I know at the time we said it's Tottenham and this and that, but we probably could have been better.
We just went there to
for a
keep the score down, I think, didn't we?
They had more of a day out than we
had
did.
a good day, didn't we?
We had a lovely day.
Lovely day till kick-off.
But yeah, so it's something to look forward to if we can get through the Carlisle replay on Tuesday. But before that, we've got Plymouth, but we did have a game Tuesday night. Myself and Stocky did the match day live. Again, it's just, we sound like we're copy and pasting ourselves.
He texted me after about 20 minutes and said, it's one of them, we're on top, but we're not taking our chance, it could come back and bite us, and obviously it did.
And it did, unfortunately, yeah. We were really good. First 25 minutes, we pressed them high, we kept them in their own sort of third of the pitch, and they kept making mistakes. We scored a decent opener. It was well worked to win the penalty. I think we was all a bit shocked when Mark Burton picked it up, but
I was very surprised reading that on Twitter. But all the players, I thought Lee Martin might have had it.
Yeah, there was Martin was playing. There was a couple of other Sean Clare. Yeah, Waggy you might have thought, but no, he stepped up. And to be fair, Max Amar even he's better. You've seen him take set pieces, but to be fair to Mark Burnley, stepped up and sent the keeper on. That was a decent pen, but we missed 2 really good chances after that. Connor Wilkinson twice got played in, once by them, and his touch let him down unfortunately, and then shortly after that he twisted his knee and he's doubtful for tomorrow. But it was just one of them games that we kept getting out of Connor beginning of the season.
Frustrating, man.
Yeah, but even second half we were probably the better side and shaded it, and we all said at the time it was probably the fairest result would have been a penalty shootout, but they scored in the last minute after Josh Parker's goal of the season was unfortunately ruled out. It's miles over the line. We've all seen the stills and the freeze frames and etc, all the videos.
What are the odds that it was actually free on iFollow and that happened? The amount of games that probably happens and there's no...
Exactly.
You know, you see it on TV.
Surely there's like someone tweeted the other day and said there's enough money in the game. Surely we can get goal line technology. But it's not up to us. It's up to the Football League. It's up to the FA. There's enough. They've got enough money to be able to get this because
the amount of ex-Football League players that now play for the national team, not even for England.
Imagine if that had been like a semi-final or an area final and that cost you a trip to Wembley. And Gills generally travel well to Wembley. We take a few thousand, so that could have been massive in terms of income and revenue. But that's up to the FA and the Football League, but it was frustrating because it was a really good hit.
I can't see it coming in anytime soon, to be honest. As much as I'd like it to, because it would stop a lot.
Because I read something yesterday, apparently they're trialling this VAR in the next round of the FA Cup, which is this video
assistant referee.
Yeah, so I'm all for video technology, goal line technology, because that's very black and white. It's a goal or it's not.
And that could prove decisive at the end of the season.
Yeah, that could be a difference between, like I say, going to Wembley or if it's a league game, getting relegated.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure about this VAR, and I'm not sure still about these fifth officials.
I had this conversation with someone when I was away a couple of years ago, and the goal line thing, that's the big thing. That's the biggest thing in football. We want to see goals, don't we?
Yeah, no, it's black or white, so it's a goal or it's not. Yeah. So you get an answer straight away.
I don't think you can go around asking for, checking back cameras for every little foul or...
That's it, when does it stop?
Yeah, because imagine how much stoppage time that, you're constantly looking at cameras and videos and...
Yeah, and you don't want to lose the human element.
Yeah, and it takes a little bit...
of the fun out of it.
Yeah, because, after a game or our time we sat there debating it, there would be nothing to talk about.
We'll be talking about it now, don't we? Otherwise we wouldn't have this chat, we wouldn't have plenty of chats that we do have, because I think it's a case of trying to find the right balance between keeping that human element in the game. But for that's it. Where would you stop with VAR?
Exactly,
you go, is that a corner? Is it a throw-in? Is it a goal kick? Was he offside?
You'd be going a game, not getting home till 8 o'clock. It'd be
it could go on forever. I know people have sort of said about the review systems now that you get in like tennis and cricket, and you get, if it's done quickly, then maybe it's something that can be looked at. But it's got to be, for me, for just massive decisions like a goal.
But even that, so say there's someone sat upstairs with a camera and they're watching everything, you weren't relying on one person's opinion. So with a... Do you know what I mean?
But the goal line one, sorry, maybe I didn't word that right. The goal line technology one, I'd love if you could have maybe some sort of Hawkeye or review system for that. Because like Scott Wagstaff straight away waving his arms, he knew it was in. I said straight away it looked in. Just the way it bounced off the bottom of that stanchion and come out indicated that it had to have gone over the line, because it wouldn't have come off the inside of the post at that speed. So maybe for something like that, they could go, ref, look, we want you to look upstairs because we think it's a goal. Because that's a big decision. You can't do it for throwing.
I think that's where it stops. I think goal decisions, even in the Premier League, Champions, that's worth hundreds of millions. You know?
That's why I think there's a case for it maybe with goal line technology. Yeah, I think so, because we enjoy talking about the debate for offsides, and that is something that we've always spoken about.
You can't say offside without mentioning Rory Donley.
Yeah, Scott Wagstaff the other night and all that 4 times. But he's doing well though, isn't he? Talking of him briefly.
Donley, apparently so.
Cliftonville, him and his brother. So, anyway, Tuesday out of the way. Tomorrow, massive, absolutely massive. I think if Plymouth beat us, they go level on points with us, don't they? All within a point. But if we win,
level. I think they're 3 points behind us.
Yeah.
I think I see.
Can tell you. Plymouth have 17 points. Yeah, we have 20. They'd have to win big to go above us on goal difference. But yeah, a win would take us to 23 points, and then if results go away, we could climb up a couple of places. But yeah, so we've got the Medway Messenger as normal. Go for the jugular. That's basically what we've just spoken about. Gills didn't take their chances against Steve Lovell, left frustrated. Replay win incentive, Sheffield Wednesday, we know all about that. Connor Wilkinson looks a massive doubt for tomorrow, unfortunately. Or fortunately, if you're not a fan. Parker, the shackles are off. I think he's spoken about this a few weeks ago, didn't he, as well? Just said he loves playing under Steve Lovell. Says he's played football long enough, he doesn't have to be told how to play the game, and they're all big enough and ugly enough and old enough to rectify mistakes as they go if something does go wrong. And he talks well about Steve and says that obviously he's quick enough to change things tactically and mix things up if they need to, if it's not going well. There's another bit. Josh Goal, never in doubt. Gillingham boss Steve Lovell rued the decision that cost his side their chance of seeing off Oxford United in the Checkatrade Trophy on Tuesday. The game was evenly balanced when Josh Parker's vicious shot hit the woodwork, bounced down over the line and came out, but referee Charles Breakspear, without the benefit of goal line technology or telephone replays, which showed the ball over the line, played on, much to the frustration of the Gills. I'm not talking about it anymore. So
you know, if it goes against you, though, if it goes for you, I mean, you're probably going, it's fine. You know,
of course, yeah.
The carpet.
Of course it is, yeah.
You know, I think Oxford tweeted and said it clearly didn't go over the line, and a lot of our fans were replying and saying, "Oh, you crazy? Have you seen the replays?"
Well, yeah, because incidentally, they were sat in the corner of the Medway stand. So they was in that block, so they would have been looking right across at the goal line effectively, more so than what us Gills fans were, because they didn't put anyone anywhere else apart from the Medway stand on Tuesday night.
Right.
They had the block right next to the Raynham end. So yeah, their fans have probably had a better view of it than us. So they're probably all sitting there giggling and laughing, thinking they've got away with one. But we can't change it now. Josh Parker, to be fair, was quite good with his reaction. He just said it's one of them. We can't change it. We move on to the next game. So he didn't say we go again. Gills fans, don't panic. Over and out for Gills. Excuse us. Hello. Yeah, frustrating because obviously a lot of people don't rate the Checkatrade Trophy. You're one that's not a big fan of it, and it is frustrating because again, we were talking last night, weren't we?
Yeah,
Chelsea.
There again, yeah.
Wednesday night played Batshawi up front. He was on the bench in the Champions League the night before.
Yeah.
So that makes a bit of a mockery of it. I think it was Lee Clifton that tweeted, wasn't it, and said maybe chuck them out and get the top half of the National League in.
And while we said last night we'd be all for that, there's no way the FA would go for that because it's all about the Premier League. It's all about getting players to play.
It's all about their money makers, isn't it?
Yeah,
their milking machines. So unfortunately, we can't see it happening. But Lee, we thought it was a good idea.
It would be a cracking idea. I'd much prefer that. It's like you said last night, the National League now is so competitive. It's basically
it's basically League 3, yeah, because most of the teams in there now are full time, and they're professional sides in everything but name. So, but like you say, I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. Last paragraph of Luke Cordell's report on Tuesday night. It was a disappointing end to a good game against a good side where the Gills showed enough quality to keep alive their optimism that has been generated under Lovell's tenure. That's the thing, but we've got it's 4 games without a win now, which is a little bit concerning. There's been 3 draws. But the thing is, if we go to Plymouth tomorrow and then go to Carlisle Tuesday and win, it's all forgotten, isn't it? And it'll be a good show of reaction again. So tomorrow, Plymouth.
Yeah, I've just said to you, I think it's going to be 2 teams not wanting to lose. I can see it being a 0-0 or us nicking it 1-0.
Is there more pressure on them to go and win the game though, because they're at home and
I think
they should see it as a chance to get closer to everyone else?
I think if it was a reverse feature, if we were the home side, I think they'd probably be more up for it and we would be very back to the walls kind of thing.
Well, yeah, we'd struggle because we have struggled at home, haven't we, because of this thing where we just don't have
teams
enough quality to
around
break teams down. In terms of a threat for them, Brian Carey's been decent for this season, hasn't he? I think they've got their keeper had a bit of a shocker last week. I think he let one through his legs. Is it Luke McCormick? I don't like to talk too much about him, but that's something else. But yeah, in terms of other players, I'm not really sure. I don't know too much about them.
It's a team I don't know a great deal about.
So Brian Carey's the one that stands out.
I'm sure his name's Graham.
Did I say Brian again?
Yeah,
is
I'm
it
sure
Graham
his name's
Carey?
Graham.
Who? Is it Mariah?
It is Christmas.
It is, yeah. So we don't want a lot either. We just want 3 points. So it's a shocking attempt at a joke. Team news for us. Obviously Wilkinson's doubtful. Aaron Morris, Billy Bingham, long term. Bradley Garston, we'll just wait and see. But apart from that, I think we're at full strength, aren't we?
Yeah, I think so.
The weird one Tuesday, which we said about again last night, was that Steve Lovell said that Elliot List was going to be involved. Because he didn't make the bench Saturday, I don't think, did he?
No,
Against
he wasn't
Carlisle. And then Lovell come out afterwards and said he was going to be involved against Oxford. Wasn't even on the bench, and we've not heard anything of an injury. So it's a little bit of a weird one.
I did wonder if we'd have maybe a behind closed doors friendly on Wednesday, maybe playing that, but nothing was announced.
We sort of get one tweet to tell us that we've played, don't we? Or we've lost or won.
Involved, yeah.
So that's a weird one. So we'll wait and see, because I think we might need him tomorrow with Wilkinson struggling, because it could be a good option either to start or from the bench, because it'd be some pace, which we do lack at times. So yeah, that's the I've just said to you about a team. I'd go one up front. I'll just play Tom Eaves tomorrow to start with. I'd play 3 in behind that are quite flexible. That'd be Claire, Martin, and Josh Parker.
Good to see Claire further forward.
Yeah, we want to get him further forward. He was decent again Tuesday night after a poor show. That was probably his worst display, I thought, Saturday.
Yeah, he struggled and he lost his rag a bit, didn't he?
He was injured, weren't he, as well? In the warm-up, we saw him getting stretches and stuff, didn't we? The only concern is actually he come off with an ice and had an ice pack on him Tuesday night, but fingers crossed that's just impact. I know Lee Martin had a tight hamstring as well, but they've not said anything to say he's a major doubt. But yeah, so that'd be mine. I'd play, obviously, Hesse and Byrne pick themselves at the moment. I know there's a lot of clamour for Darren Oldacre to start, but he came on again Tuesday last 15 minutes, and to be quite frank, his delivery was shocking for the most part. He come on and we got a free kick, which is disappointing. First free kick was his first touch, and he decided to shoot, and it drifted wide. He then hit another one that just flew into the Rainham end, like miles over the crossbar. He had a corner that went straight to the keeper. In fairness, he did play one really good through ball that Greg Cundall couldn't stick away, unfortunately, but I think there's a reason he's not starting, and obviously Steve Lovell, and like we found out, and we spoke to Mark Patterson the other week, they see him every day, and there's a reason why he doesn't start. So it'd be Hess and Byrne for me. I'd go back to a flat back 4, so I'd go Ogilvie and Luke O'Neill as the full-backs, and Zach and Max Amar with Thomas Holy coming back in.
Ogilvie's so much better if he can just defend, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a proper defender, yeah, and he offers a bit more experience than Aaron Simpson, so in terms of league games, he had a full season at League 2 level last year, didn't he? He's done all right. Stevenage, I think Stevenage rated him quite highly, thought he'd done well there, so he stepped up, he's done all right, he struggled at the beginning. Right, prediction. Come on, you set it off.
I'm going to say 1-0 us, but I do think it could end up 0-0 as well. I think two teams aren't going to want to lose. We're not going to want them to gain ground, and they're not going to want us to make more ground on them. Yeah,
and in terms of players that stand out, again, aside from Mariah for them and Tom Eaves for us maybe, or Sean Clare, there's not loads and loads of quality, is there?
It's going to be tight. You're not going to see 3 or 4-0 either way, as I've said that, touch wood.
There's going to be a lot of players that will work hard and stuff like that. I don't think you'll be able to fault anyone for effort, but I am going to go 2-1 Gills, because we don't seem to be able to keep a clean sheet at the moment. How many have we kept under Lovell? 2? No, 3. I've done him a disservice there. Peterborough, Walsall, Bury. No, Bury. Oldham.
Yeah.
3 clean sheets. No, sorry, Steve. I'm still going to go 2-1 Gills. So 2 narrow wins for us. We won't be going. It's too cold, it's too far. And I've got no money because it's nearly Christmas. We'll be back Monday for another review, hopefully to talk about another 3 points. And until next time, up the Gills.